Handling client dips and drop-off risk. The main objective of this section is to understand how to manage a client dips and to keep them engaged in the program and reduce drop-offs. Every long-term client experiences periods of low motivation. These moments test your retention. Great trainers identify problems early and intervene before the client disengages. So let's talk about how we spot warning signs. There are usually early indicators that a client is losing momentum. Examples include cancelling sessions more frequently, late or missed payments, low energy during workouts, negative self-talk about progress, and reduced efforts in session. These signals should not be ignored, and you should action early intervention to prevent large issues later on. So when you're delivering your sessions or you're chatting to your clients out of sessions, or you see that their behavior is starting to change, these are all signs. Like if you start seeing these signs in those areas, it's a good time to maybe pick up a conversation with that client, do a bit of a check-in, and start looking to re-engage them. So the re-engagement conversation. When you notice a dip, approach the conversation with curiosity rather than criticism. A supportive tone here is essential. An example opener is, I've noticed your energy seems to be a bit lower recently. Talk to me about what's going on. This invites honesty rather than defensiveness. Clients may reveal issues such as work stress, family responsibilities, burnout, lack of sleep. All these things can be factors that are impacting their ability to exercise and remain consistent. So once the real issue is clear, you can work with your client to adjust your program accordingly. So it's okay sometimes to adjust the program that you've got them on if they need a bit more time and space to focus on some of these areas. It's also a good idea to reconnect the client to the original motivation. So reminding them of why they started, the progress they've already made, the future potential if they continue. Example being, remember when we started and you were struggling with consistency? Now you're training 3 times per week. Imagine where you'll be in another 3 months. So just trying to bring them back to the reason they originally started. Emotion often reactivates commitment. So what you need to be doing is, when you feel your clients are moving away from you and you're seeing those warning signs of maybe later sessions and missing payments, their energy levels are low, those sorts of things, you need to then just have an open conversation with them and look to re-engage them back into your business and into their program. Again, if that means you have to take your foot off the gas with the program for a little bit, just give them that time and space they need to figure out what's going on, that's absolutely fine. But just be supportive and help your client through that process. Again, that's that personal service where you're understanding the client and working with them rather than just like overwhelming them and say, no, we're on this program regardless of what's going on at home. Just work with them, help them find that balance. So wrapping up the section, so spotting warning signs. There are usually early indicators that a client is losing momentum, cancelling sessions more frequently, late or missed payments, low energy during workouts, negative self-talk about progress, reduced effort in sessions. So try and spot these signs and then re-engage with conversations. When you notice a dip, approach the conversation with curiosity rather than criticism. Once the real issue is clear, you can work with your client to adjust your program accordingly. Now, other things to consider is if the reason these things are happening is because maybe they are looking to cancel, or they know they're moving away, or they're having money trouble and they just don't feel confident enough to tell you right now. When you have that conversation with them, hopefully that new information comes out, and that's where your downsell offer could come in. So you have something ready to offer them. So if money's a problem or time's a problem, can we just drop them down to our downsell, where it's the minimum product for the minimum price, just to keep them within your system, and you can continue to help them then they can, if they're ready at some point, they can go back up to that full product. But that's where that downsell would come in. So that's wraps up this section. I will see you in the next one.